Okay. Another story has been released about another deputy from West Valley. Myself and Sharon Brunner spent many, many hours and days. We feel it's almost like where we graduated from high school. We've been down there so long, walking through the areas. Now you can't go through without being stopped by the police. But at one time, it was full of NBC, ABC, and everyone else and almost lived there. Because there's always a story coming out of the West Valley jail. And this month is no different than the other month. This time, another deputy has been arrested and charged with some type of a sexual assault charge on an inmate. And I'm reading in my source on this is the West Valley deputy suspected of sex with inmate arrested. The sheriff's deputy working in West Valley Detention Center who is suspected of having sex with an inmate was arrested Thursday according to the sheriff's officials. And it's a gentleman by the name of Espinoza, 45 years old, was taken into custody. Now, this has been going on in every way. I was recently contacted by another law office that's working on just the abuse with gay and lesbians in the jail. That's a class action going on there. And you're familiar with my work on the tasers, along with Sharon Brunner at the jail. That's been going on, and we're going in front of a federal judge. This isn't stopping. This problem is persistent and it's going on all the time. We've asked you when you run into law enforcement or see law enforcement and they got a San Bernardino Sheriffs Department or CHP, is record it and then report it. And I'm going to tell you that's very important. And you're going to get my address and Sharon Brunner's address. You want to send those recordings to us right away. We're the ones that want to be involved in that. We certainly wish this young lady the best of luck in her problems that she's obviously having with the sheriffs, but there's many, many going on. Here's another one just from Tuesday. This is a June 16th one, but it goes to show you how systemic the problem is with the sheriff's department. By the way, who's the #1 law enforcement officer in the county of San Bernardino? And if you said the sheriff, you're wrong. It's the district attorney, Mr. Rowans, is the #1 law enforcement officer. You remember him? Shiny shoes, little American flag, ready to serve. Haven't seen or heard from him in months. Listen, shell robbery suspect is son of county deputy. Now that's always a tragedy. But once again, it appears as though the deputy sheriffs in San Bernardino get a pass and get more favoritism all the time. We have nepotism, who gets hired, and now we seem to almost another problem that exists with the sheriff's department. They get help when their own family members are in trouble. Remember that I'm asking you to record it and then report it. You're going to have my email and Sharon Brunner's email. Most important thing you can do. All these stories without videos, don't go anywhere. You have a society that's been raised that the police and the judges and the attorneys are almost like high priests, and everyone does what they're supposed to do, and that's not the case. And only through video is the consciousness of America being raised, our eyes are open, and we can see with those people that have been complaining about abuse for years. Have they been lying all these years? Have the people in San Francisco been lying? Have the blacks been lying? Have the poor been lying? Well, we know now that by the videos, this is all coming out. And I'm going to go ahead, and I can't say it enough. If you see them, even if they're doing an excellent job, record it and then report it, and then put down there and send that to us if there's any kind of abuse or anything like that, because we're very much interested in this. Because I will go to the Pusak matter. If he would not have been on the tape from the NBC helicopter, we wouldn't know there were 10 cops being abusive. He'd have been reported for attempt murder on police officers, and that's the truth. And that's what goes on every day, okay, in this county. And nobody is taking a progressive, aggressive stand to stop it. That doesn't go on. It doesn't go on with the head law enforcement officer, Ramos, who covers it up, unless it's brought up and it's such an incident that he has to make some kind of a response. We need the public out there that's addressing these issues, and we need them. You've got your cell phones with you, you've got all kinds of different things. When you see the police out there, especially at night when you see the smash coming in there, or last weekend we had Upland Police Department starring in our community is pulling over people with their gloves in abusive ways, going after people, okay? And so we want to go ahead and we want to record it, report it, and especially to my office and Sharon Brunner's office. We're going to put the email addresses down there. Get them to us. Also our telephone numbers. I put my cell number out there. You can text me with these problems. I'd like to hear about them. And sometimes we even get some help from our local law enforcement officers themselves that have been looked over, passed over ridiculously in uniform and in a car 30 years later because they're honest cops. Kind of sad. But we want to get the word out there that we do care. We want the word out that that's going on. Okay, so we're going to go ahead. I'm asking my assistant here to put down at the bottom the addresses in there. And once again, the motto, record it, then report it, and send it to us. Okay? Thank you very much, Jim Terrell, for today. Boom.